Chris here again from Pronamics. Let's go over creating a new project and navigating the project workflow.
Let's start by having a look at the Projects window here under the File menu. This shows you all the projects that are on the server that you've connected to. And if you have multiple users working on the same server, each user will see the same projects, and even be able to work on the same project at the same time. At the moment, we have only one project, the tutorial Wilson Creek Bridge project, which comes with every new installation. The grid here shows you all the important details you want to know about each project. Its name, tender number, the type of project, description, and so on. To help manage a large number of projects, you can build a custom folder structure to organize the projects into here. The various features you see here allow you to open, delete, or duplicate the project, and so on. You can also open a project just by double-clicking on it. Of course, when you're getting started, you'll need to be able to create a blank project. To do this, click New here. You can enter the relevant details of your project. It needs at least a unique name, but you can also enter a tender number and description. You can add or edit these details later on if you need to. The type of project here allows you to keep a track of the purpose of each project. Is this a standard project, or a project that will act as a library, or a template to be reused? The type doesn't change anything about the way the project actually works. It simply allows you to easily distinguish your template and library projects from your standard projects. Once you've been working with the program for a while, you'll be far more likely to use the Based On option here. This allows you to create a carbon copy of any other existing project and use that as a starting point instead of a blank slate. This is fantastic once you have templates set up. Once created, this project will automatically open and we can start work. The project properties here allows you to customize many of the options of your project, including updating its details, customizing rounding for cell rates, and setting a tender due date, for example. In this window, you'll need to click Edit to make any changes, and then Save if you'd like to keep the changes. And that's Project Properties. The workflow screen you see here provides you with a guide of the steps you might like to take to build up your project. So you can start by pricing up the direct and overhead costs or indirect costs, and then follow the arrow down to Project Summary. This is where you can review the costs and create margin. Lastly, come down to Spread Results, which will show you exactly how the margin and the overhead costs have been spread across the direct costs. Clicking any of these buttons will open the corresponding window. No matter which window you have open and selected, you'll be able to view almost all of the features that you can access from that window here on the ribbon toolbar. You'll always have the most useful features at your fingertips. And the window tabs here function just like internet browser tabs, meaning you can toggle between windows by clicking on the tabs, or even click and drag the tab to make it a free-floating window. You can then drag this window onto a second monitor, or just drag it over one of the overlay keys here to create a split view within one window.
And that's creating and navigating projects in Expert Estimation. In the next video, we'll go over working with resources, which we'll need to cover before we can get into adding costs. We've linked some useful knowledge base articles below this video, so check them out for more details. Or you can speak to me or any of our 24/7 support team on our support number. We'd love to hear from you.